What are the general steps in the conduct of risk or risk-based audit? Steps to be taken in conducting a risk-based audit. Um, you're going to conduct audit. That is risky. What do you need to do? First, to plan it. Material. Find the material. What is the material you want to have? And based upon the previous audit, see through what is the material area, what is non-material area. Go through the plan. Have a good audit team. Ask them to report them frequently. Watch them. Have a professional supervision throughout the audit. And when you find something is deficiencies there in internal control, any kind of materiality need to take into consideration. Do extensive audit, substantial audit procedure you perform, get audit evidence, increase your sample size if materiality is being affected. Report to the management and get an opinion from the management. If you're okay with the opinion, give an unqualified opinion. If not, provide an adverse opinion or disclaimer opinion. That's it. General steps in conducting and risk-based audit. These are the steps to conduct a risk-based audit. And understand the auditor's operation to identify the prioritized risk. In order to identify and prioritize the error and fraud risk that impacts the audit in financial statement, what we need to understand the system, identify what is there, and prioritize the risk factor. This is high risk, this is low risk. Understand the auditor's operations involving process of by reviewing, understanding the audited organization, risk management, processing the strategies, framework from operations, operation performance, and information process framework. These are all the frameworks you need to see. Then what? Assess the auditor's management strategy to determine the residual audit. One internal controls promote the sound accounting systems and internal controls recognize. The SAA should evaluate the effectiveness of internal audit to determine the extent in which reliance can be placed upon in conducting substantive tests. You're going to do substantial test, but before that, if there is an internal audit, go through their reports. From that, you can see how sound the accounting system is, how sound the internal control is. That the things you can get from the internal audit report. Evaluating the internal audit report, you can get after getting that, you go for a substantial test. Residual risk to reduce to acceptable level to include the designing ever executing a necessary audit procedure, substantial testing to obtain evidence in supporting a transaction and balances. More resources should be allocated in the area of high audit risk, which is earlier known through an analytical procedure undertaken. What they're asking, if you are going to do the audit, while doing the audit, you have considered this is high risk, low risk. So when you go in the high risk area, increase the sample size and get obtain evidence to support the transaction. Use substantive testing. You do more substantive testing. You do extensive audit procedure. That's it. Inform auditee of an audit result through appropriate report. The result of audit should be communicated by the auditor to the audited entity. So they need to result. This is a result I found that to report the management. Auditor must immediately communicate to the auditee reportable conditions that have been observed even before completion of audit, such as weakness in control. If you find when doing the audit, you find any weakness in the account in the business organization, you just report to as per this order of ordinance A 365 reporting of internal deficiencies to those charged with governance. Deficiencies in a design and operating internal controls that affect the organization's ability to record, process, summarize, and report financial data. Mostly, what is to be prioritized is which internal control deficiencies in recording, processing the data, summarizing the data, and reported financial data. Mostly in the financial data, any kind of error is there, you need to report it to management immediately. That's been said.